everyone. I welcome you again for our Knowledge Happy Hour at 7:30 p.m. You all know by now we meet every day and at same hour. And we are trying to just share a little bit of knowledge, what we have, and just share it with all of you. So this is our initiative to come in together, talk about different topics, share our knowledge, and learn something every single day. So welcome once again to the Knowledge Happy Hour. Today I have with me as a guest Shilpa Shetty. So welcome, Shilpa.
Hi everyone.
I'll just start with a quick introduction for Shilpa and then hand it over to her so that she can take you through the amazing topic that she's going to talk about. So Shilpa is a qualified image consultant, and a lot of you know she's an alumni of Indian School of Image Management. She's also the founder of Shilpa Shetty Consulting. And she has a very extensive experience in fashion styling, accessory designing. She has been a curator. Actually, she has integrated and created a very specialized version where she has combined her knowledge of accessories and image consulting together and created a specific service for accessories as per face shape analysis. So that's her specialty. That's not just about Shilpa. She has, as I said, multi-talented. So she's also a blogger. Her blogging name is The Corset Closet. So you can follow her there on Instagram. She's on all platforms. A lot of experience in advertising as well as fashion blogging. She has been into the client servicing side and has varied amount of experience for the past 17 years. Not a lot of you also, so this is something that a lot of you know, but something that you don't know about Shilpa is that she practices Buddhism. And that's where she is going to enlighten us all today about the topic of law of attraction. So I'm very excited to learn all about it, and I hope you will learn a lot too. Shilpa has, she will be sharing a lot of experience of her and a lot of tools and techniques of hers with you. So if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat box and we will be taking it towards the end. And now, without further ado, I welcome Shilpa. So over to you.
Hi everyone. Can you all see me and see my presentation?
Yes, Shilpa, we can see you.
So should I start?
Yes, go ahead. You are live.
Okay, great. So good evening, everyone. And I'm so happy to be here. Thanks, Sonia, for this opportunity. And thanks for the wonderful introduction which you gave about me. Thank you so much. Okay. So let me start with my topic, which is the law of attraction. So I'm sure many of you must have actually heard about this topic, or some of you might be also practicing this topic. Okay. So let's look into some of the concepts and some of the techniques which usually I practice. So these are all self-learned things and my life experiences which I'll be sharing with you all. Okay, so let's start with the quote. You create everything that happens to you. It is only by acknowledging that you have created everything up until now that you can take charge of creating the future you want. So some of you might believe in this and some of you might not. For those who don't believe in this or who are not aware of creating things on your own or actually manifesting things on your own, so let's look into the concepts of what exactly is this law of attraction. Okay, let me take you all through the sort of a definition. Okay. So basically, simply put, the law of attraction is the ability to attract into our lives whatever we are focusing on. Okay. So basically, unknowingly or knowingly, we are always, trying to send out signals to the universe. So we are like human magnets. We actually function like human magnets. And our thoughts and emotions are always like, It's always there. We are like sending out signals to the universe, and we don't know, we are not aware of it. Okay. And the law of attraction basically, helps you to kind of, manifest your thoughts and your emotions and make them into reality. Okay. So all of us are actually practicing it, but we are not aware of it. Okay. So this is something, we need to get enlightened about. We need to be aware of, and use it to our advantage. So this is the reason, if anybody wants to use the law of attraction to in their life to achieve some certain things, achieve their goals, this will give you a little bit of perspective and clarity on how to go about it. Okay. So basically, a lot of people would think that it's like a mysterious thing, it's something magical, but it's not magical. It's actually your own hard work. Okay. And like I said, only like few people are aware of the law of attraction. So only when you like realize it, you can use it to the best of the potential, and take advantage of the law of attraction to really achieve whatever you want in your life. You can fulfill your goals, your targets, your dreams. And yeah, also doesn't mean that only the positive things get manifested, because unknowingly we are all human beings, and we get into the negative mode also. So we have negative thoughts and emotions, and sometimes those negative thoughts and emotions also get attracted. So it's not only the positive things which get attracted, but also the negative things, and that's why we face all those unforeseen events in our life. Okay. For example, this coronavirus. So nobody had imagined that something like this would happen. But somewhere down the line, I think there was some fear of some disease or some negative forces which have acted, and that's why we are all in this situation. All right. Okay, now how to use the law of attraction. So basically, and for what for? So, you know, all of us need money. So all of us are working hard for money. We achieve we have big dreams and goals, and we are constantly trying hard to make more money. The more the money, the happier we are. Okay. So there's no person on this planet who doesn't want more money. Okay. So basically, how you can use the law of attraction to attract money is basically by setting a goal, a target, or set yourself a particular target, that okay, this is the kind of job I want, which will help me to achieve this kind of money in my life. Okay. If you basically don't focus, or you don't have any clear goals, then sometimes you will be really stuck, and that's the reason you might not attract that kind of money which you are supposed, or which you deserve in your life. And very often we keep saying, okay, I'm broke, I don't have money. I also say that. Okay. So instead of that, we can just shift our focus, and shift make a little bit of shift in our mindset by saying that, oh, I have a lot of money, my bank account is full, and there's abundance of money in my life. So instead of always remaining in the negative zone, uh, let's try to be in the positive zone. Let's compare ourselves with people who actually don't have money, and then really be grateful to what we have, and that's when the universe will give you more than what you actually deserve. So the first main thing, so there are a lot of things obviously which people use law of attraction for, but the main thing is the three things which I've listed down. First is attract money. Second is to manifest love and relationship. Okay. So because the law of attraction also means that you are constantly working on yourself and your desire, so you're constantly polishing your life. Okay. So when you have a certain goal and a certain desire or dream, you're always kind of evolving. Okay. And that's when you become a more attractive person, and that's when you attract the right kind of partner in your life. Okay. So you need to be also very clear on what kind of a life partner you need. A companion. It could be boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. you could manifest, a particular kind of person in your life. So, for example, I would like to share something about my life. So basically, I didn't have any relationship in my early 20s. And because at that point of my life, I was focusing on my career. I was really, really very, very ambitious. I was working in an advertising agency, and one of the good agencies, and I really didn't have time for a relationship. So when my dad, when I was like marriageable age, my dad asked me you haven't found anybody. So I was like, not really. So he's like, okay, so let us now look for someone. And I was like, yeah, so you can go ahead and find somebody for me. And at that time, I had set some certain, parameters for the kind of guy I want in my life. Okay, it might sound very silly, but when I'm joining the dots, and when I really actually sat down and thought about how the law of attraction worked for me then, without even me realizing, that this has worked for me in my life, it all made a lot of sense. Okay, for example, I told my dad I want a guy. Who basically resides between, so I used to live in Borivali before, resides between Borivali and Churchgate. Okay, I know it's very lame, but that's what I wanted, right? I didn't want to like go anywhere else in Mumbai other than like live in the western suburbs. So I told him, this is my geographical area. I want to be here. I want a guy who is living in a nuclear family, okay, who has a decent job, of course, financially independent. Everyone wants that, because in arranged marriage, you can choose all of these things, okay? Maybe in love marriage, it just happens and you just go with the flow. And then I also wanted a guy with no mustache, because, sorry to say, I come from a South Indian background, and most South Indian guys used to sport a mustache that time, okay? This I'm talking about early 2000, that time. So I was like, no way, I don't want a guy with a mustache. So these were my parameters, for the guy I wanted to get married to. And I actually manifested that. I met Avinash, and yeah, and also in my mind, which I didn't tell my dad, was that I wanted a guy who was well dressed. So yeah, I was always strict about dressing from the beginning. So when I met Avinash and when we interacted, and it was like, when I look back, I manifested exactly what I had thought that how my life partner would be. He was well dressed. He was living in a nuclear family. He lived in Andheri, Lokhandwala, and yeah, he was financially quite sound. And I also wanted a guy who was, responsible. Because I've always been, my dad had always been very, very financially very, very careful, very responsible. So I also wanted a guy who was very, very responsible in terms of his finances, which he is extremely responsible. So yeah, so that's how I manifested this relationship in my life, which I didn't know that I was doing this. Only when I got aware and when I was joining the dots, I got to know that that was through the law of attraction. Okay. Again, you can also, use the law of attraction for health. Okay. Everyone wants to lead a healthy life. So if you desire to lead a healthy life, you should not fear any diseases. You should, because if you, it really affects your, your thoughts and your emotions will really, again, the universe will catch it and it'll give it back to you. Again, citing an example, my husband, he used to always, kind of caution me, because my mom, she's highly diabetic. So he used to always tell me that, Shilpa, you should watch your eating habits and you should, not eat this. And I have a sweet tooth. So he used to always tell me, be careful, don't gain weight, all of these things, because he takes a lot of stress in his life for everything. Okay. So all of these things he used to always, be behind my back. So, but I was like, I'm a very carefree person, and stress is something which I don't let it come close to me. Okay. So, I know it's unfortunate, but instead of me attracting diabetes, he actually attracted diabetes in his life 4 years back. And that's because he was so stressful about everything else, though he was maintaining his health by doing workouts, by eating healthy. But diabetes is not only health and lifestyle, it's also your stress. So he took so much of stress on himself that he manifested the disease on himself. And me, touch wood, I still am fearless about diabetes, because I feel, or that's a thought process I have, that I'm never going to get it. Maybe in my 70s, when I get old, it'll be a age-related diabetic condition, which many old people would get. But otherwise, I'm never going to get it. So I'm going to stick to that. But yes, he manifested it, and yeah, that's how how your thoughts and emotions can really work, and you will be really surprised when you sit down and you really join all those dots together, and this is the outcome which you would arrive at. Okay, the other thing is we use it for our spiritual awakening. Okay, so when you start practicing the law of attraction, it really connects you with the higher spiritual planes of existence. When you and everything else becomes a very mundane and ordinary world. You feel a sense of like a halo around you. You feel there's a lot of wisdom which comes to you, and you start seeing things in a different light. Like, I think it's a more of a attitude shift which happens. You start perceiving things in a more positive way, and you just feel that a new bright world is out there, and everything is very, very positive. So it just takes you to a different spiritual kind of a state. And the other thing is, law of attraction, you can have lots of fun with law of attraction. Sometimes you can use it to attract so many like small things in your life. Suppose you want a Chanel bag. Okay, so why not? You can channelize all your energies on getting that bag, and one day maybe you might get it. Or maybe sometimes the universe accepts your demand or your energies, and you might just get it sooner than what you thought. So yeah, some of the small things also, like if you want to travel the world, and if you want like silly things, you want to like lose weight, or you're desiring one dress, or like small things, you just it just kind of makes your life better, and you can start having more fun in your life. It could be as silly as manifesting for a scoop of ice cream. Right now, sitting at home, I'm so craving for like outside food, but I know it's a difficult situation, and I'm not able to manifest that. But I hopefully, after the lockdown, the first thing I'm going to do is visit a restaurant for some yummy food. Okay, so steps to work with the law of attraction. So let's understand that how do we, okay, but once we know the definition, once you know the concept, how are we supposed to go about using this law of attraction? Okay, so it's very important, or the basic foundation of law of attraction is to believe that it actually works. Okay, because what happens is, unless you don't have faith or belief in this law of attraction, you might not be able to use it. So the law of attraction is anyways working. It's a universal law. It's anyways working for you. But sometimes what happens, you can just channelize your energies in the right direction if you know the techniques. Okay. So basically, you could start off if you are someone new to this concept, so you can start by testing the law of attraction. For example, if you're stepping out for, suppose you're going to Lokanula market, and everyone knows who lives in around this area that you never get parking over there. Okay, so maybe you can say that when I'm leaving the house, I will get parking. Okay, when I enter the market for my groceries or whatever I want to buy, I will get parking, and that's the way you can test the law of attraction. Also, the other thing is, you can also test it for other things, like some like emotions, or you don't want negative thoughts to come on your mind. So in that way, you can keep on testing small these small experiments which you can do. For example, you're stepping out to BKC for a meeting or to just catch up with friends, and you know that it takes 1 hour to go from your house. And then you just say that, okay, I will not get traffic today. I will reach there in half an hour. Okay, so there might be a possibility that you manifest that and you will reach in half an hour. So these are the small steps you need to like take and like eradicate all the doubts and confirm your belief in the law of attraction. Okay, so coming to the steps, first of all, you need to make your decision. Okay, deciding what you want is the first and most critical step in the law of attraction. Okay, so you need to have a clear vision of your desire. Okay, so basically, again, going back to my life example, so when I was in my just finishing graduation, um, I think, one of the people who I was very clear what I wanted to do. Okay, I think I've never been so focused or clear. Uh, I've never been so focused in my life later on. Uh, that time, I think I was a completely different person. Okay, so I knew that after graduation, I wanted to work in an advertising agency. Okay, so after immediately my graduation got over, I started working with a small advertising agency. I also I did my advertising and public relations course from KC. And so I took all the right steps, and basically because I was very clear and I knew that I wanted to be in advertising. So there was no other field or other options which I like. I was not a confused person. Who was just looking for random jobs. So when you have clear vision and desires and goals, I think the path just opens up for you. So when I look back, so obviously that time I was not aware of the law of attraction, but like I said, everyone has manifested this and we are not aware of this. Okay, so when you sit back and reflect back on your life and see all the episodes, you will know that that is what you were doing. You were actually following the law of attraction, without being like, you were not aware of it. That was the only difference. Okay, so again, like I said, you need a very clear vision of your desire. Imagine what this new thing looks like, smells like, sounds like, feels like, and tastes like, if it is relevant. Okay, make it very real in your mind. Visualize that after you have received whatever your goal and your desire is, what are you going to do with that? How is your life going to be? Just visualize, kind of, how a painter, starts sketching and completes the entire picture. You can sketch your own life. Start drawing that illustration or painting and start sketching your own life. Visualize the complete picture, the complete painting. That's how the universe will respond to you, and it will open a lot of opportunities, and the doors will open for you and make your path very, very smooth. Okay, the second step is to practice unconditional love. So simply put, if you don't believe that you deserve what you're seeking, you're not going to get it. So if you have doubts in yourself, okay, so obviously your positive thoughts will be always conflicting with your negative thoughts, because somewhere down the line you're not convinced that you actually deserve this. Okay, so setting example of a radio signal. So for instance, you are wanting to listen to some song on radio, and you're trying to tune the channels. So when you are trying to tune the channels, when you're trying to set one particular channel, there are times when you get a part of signal from another channel and a part of signal from some other channel. So you get two songs which kind of create an interruption. Okay, so that's why when your goals are not clear, and when you are doubting yourself, you are sending confusing signals to the universe, and what you will get back in return will also be something which is confusing. Okay, and that's when you will like really be in a mess. Okay, so think of it as a radio signal. Tune or align yourself to the right channel and listen to the music. Okay, the music is actually what you get back. Okay, that's the music which you want to listen to and enjoy that music. Really, really, kind of align your life to the right signal and send it to the universe. Okay, so yeah, you need to really work on your fears and doubts, acknowledge them, and actually approach it with lots of love and compassion. So practice self-love. Love yourself. Do not be too harsh on yourself. Do not doubt your abilities, and that's where the step number 2 is. Okay, so when you have replaced all your fears and your doubts, it's time for appreciation and gratitude. You always have to be appreciative about whatever you have in your life, And these new positive feeling will really change all the perspective and expectations of opening up to lots of possibilities in your life. Okay, so again, looking back at if you join the dots again, if you sit back and think about all the bad things in your life right now, okay, you can see the connections and the fears and the doubts and all the old patterns that led to those things in your life. Okay, it simply means that the law of attraction has responded to the signal you sent out. Okay? Because basically you were not very aligned to yourself. You were always fearing. For example, if you went for a job interview and you were kind of had this fear in before going, that you might not conduct yourself well. And if you sit back and think, and that's the reason you did not fare well in the interview, and that's why you didn't get the job. Okay, so that's how how when your connections and your fears really overcome the positive, you might just respond to the negative signals which the law of attraction is giving you. And then also think of all the great things in your life. Reflect upon how your hopes, dreams, ambition attracted those good things to you. Okay, so again, citing an example from my life. So basically, like in the beginning of my career, I was an advertising professional, and then at one point I decided to quit my job, which is after working for almost 8 to 10 years in advertising. I decided to quit my job, and I put in my papers in 2008. And when I told my president of the company that I want to quit the job, he said, "So what are you planning to do?" So I said, and I just didn't have any plan. I was like going to take some time off and then see what to do. And so I just randomly told him that I'll start a fashion label. And yeah, at that point also, I was very much interested in fashion and all of those things. And after quitting my job, in 4 months, I started my label of bags and shoes, and the thing was, so when I look back, the law of attraction really supported me that time. I actually manifested those words. I said fashion label, and I actually went and did that. So my sister-in-law was my partner in that, and we had no clue. We both we just had the love of fashion, and we didn't have any background in fashion, no education in fashion. I think, but the doors just opened up on itself. The opportunities just came in for us. We met the right people, the karigars and everything, and it just went. We just went about it, and it was a very 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 creative and fulfilling career path which I experienced. So yeah, I ran that label for like 6 to 7 years, and then I was doing also accessories at that time, and I also got this opportunity of styling. Okay, so I worked on 2 styling projects, and yeah, so we have some stylists in this group. I know that, but somehow I just couldn't relate to the styling job profile, and I used to always feel that this is not for me. And at this age, like I was already in my late 30s, like nearing 40, and I was like, at this age, I don't want to do like late nights, be hanging on shoots, and the whole production thing, like run around here and there. So I was actually working with a production house and not as a stylist, but coordinating with stylists. So it was like a very, very stressful job. And I had left advertising to have a more relaxed, like a career, which I could control. And here I was again going back to something which was stressful, very, very long hours, all of that. Okay. And at that point, I was like, I want to do something which is more elegant, which is more sophisticated, which is more, I don't want to wear sneakers. I want to wear heels. Okay. So that's the kind of, like imagery I had, that I want a career where I have to dress up elegantly, like dressing up for work should be something which should be a part of my job profile. And as all of you know, how much I love Zara. So, so when I used to go to Zara for shopping, I used to always browse through those, work clothes, formal wear clothes. And at that point, I didn't need those clothes. Okay, so I used to be at level 5, 6. I know most of the image consultants would know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so this level 3 and 4 was not required at that point of my life. So I used to just browse through the formal clothes, and I used to say like, wow, yeah, I want to wear these clothes. Yeah, this is like so me. Like, what am I doing in life? How will I find a profession where I can dress up like this? Okay, so and then cut to my present profession, where I'm a qualified image consultant. And like how much we have to look our part and we have to dress up. And if you don't look your part, then how are you going to convince your clients, or at least get clients on board? So yeah, that's where I am here in my dream career, which I manifested without being aware that I was actually manifesting all of those things. So yeah, when you sit down and you like really join the dots, it really makes sense. And so yes, basically, I am very very thankful to the law of attraction. It worked even though I was not aware of it. And it just by being more aware of it right now, I can just go on with my life with specific goals. I can just channelize those vibrations, or the positive vibes to get where I am. Yeah. So the step 4 is to actually experience the reality of your desire. So now that you have imagined what you want, cleared away your doubts and fears, and realized how the law has worked, you have to really actually have to live your imagination. So I have to, for example, if you are somebody who's trying to lose weight, okay, so what do I mean by living the life of your imagination is that go and shop for the size which you want to kind of fit in, size 10, size 12, whatever is your desired goal, body, or whatever you want. And you know start working backwards then, and uh, keep that dress as a reminder that in 4 months and 5 months I will fit into this dress. And then start visualizing that what will be the reaction, what will be your life, okay, when you lose that weight, when you start fitting into that size 10, size 12. How are people going to react to you? What's going to be a lifestyle? What are the choices which you will make? Like, start making it like basically action speaks louder than words. So take small actions towards it, and make it look like it's reality and you're actually living that dream. Okay, so this basically, I also uh, as all of you or some of you must be knowing, that I'm also like trying to lose weight, and I'm a big fan of Jennifer Lopez. So that's the reason I keep posting her body pictures on my Insta stories. If all of you must have seen it, and because that's a desired body which I want. So yeah, there's a long way for it, but I am very sure that I'm going to get there sooner. And yeah, so you need to have specific goals, and try to visualize it in your mind that it's actually happened, and start living that life. Okay, so after all this understanding, and now that you know what is the law of attraction, and what are the steps which you need to take, so now what? Okay, so basically, a law of attraction requires you to be patient. You need to have lots of patience, because like I said, it's something which is not magical actually. It requires a lot of hard work and persistence in your whatever you're doing. So don't give up halfway. Okay, you might feel bogged down sometimes. You might like go through all the 4 steps, fluctuate between all the 4 steps. Sometimes you might do something, sometimes you might not do follow the 4 steps. Sometimes you might just skip some of the steps, and that's why you might fluctuate. So the actual thing is to like really be at it, and also to remember that the law of attraction is a universal law that is going to work with or without your permission. So it doesn't require your permission. Okay, it doesn't require you to say that, okay, work for me. It's working on its own. You just have to be aware of it. And your awareness of it and understanding of how it can work in your life will attract more of the things that you desire. Okay, so it does not require any permission. It's doing its job on its own. You just have to be aware and start utilizing it in your life. Okay, so there are some exercises that will help you to attract what you desire. So the first one, what we have is our vision boards. So most of you must be aware of vision boards and might be using it also. So basically, these boards will have, you can paste all your, goals, your targets, and have pictures, images of your desired house, your car, your outfit. Basically, just draw or like kind of create like a collage of things. How your life, how you want your life to be. Okay, and this is something which you have to keep looking at it every day, so that you keep reminding yourself, okay, this is the job which I want, so what am I supposed to do now? These are the steps which I want to take. This is the house, this is a car which I want. So you need to kind of keep a checklist, and that's why vision boards really a tool to kind of manifest whatever your dreams are. Okay, sensory visualization. I already spoke about it, that you have to actually visualize your life. After you have think of it that you have already got whatever your goals and desires are, and start living that life. Okay, so it's a little difficult, this visualization thing. It's easier said than done. So I have a exercise which I can email it to you all. If you all are interested, then you all can just drop in message on my personal Facebook account, and I can email it to you all, and you all can start practicing it, because this is slightly difficult, and everyone can't. It's not easy to do this. Okay, third thing is gratitude list. All of us have heard about this, so we have to be extremely grateful to what we have right now, and always appreciate whatever little more you have in your life. A simple example would be that if somebody gives you a birthday gift and you accept it enthusiastically, or for example, if you are giving a birthday gift to somebody and the person who's receiving the gift takes it very enthusiastically and says, wow, this is so nice, and I really this is something which I wanted, and thank you so much. So what will you do? You will feel like giving a gift to that person next time also. Okay, but if somebody is receiving the gift, like not even acknowledging the fact that you took so much of effort, just not showing any enthusiasm, then you will feel like what happened? I took so much of an effort, and he or she didn't even appreciate my efforts. So the universe works exactly like this. If you kind of pay your gratitude, it gives you more than what you deserve. But if you keep complaining, if you are not grateful to what the universe has given you, you are not going to get anything in return. Okay, so think of it as a birthday gift. So when you appreciate, you get more. So next time, please don't forget to appreciate the gifts which you receive. Okay, the next technique is loving kindness meditation. So this is a kind of Buddhist meditation, basically to send out compassion to yourself, others, and the entire world. This is something which is very similar. The concept is very similar to what I'm practicing. Like as Sonia said, that I follow this philosophy called Nichiren Daishonin's Buddhist philosophy. I've been practicing this since 6-7 years, and I have manifested a lot. So my technique of law of attraction is through my Buddhist chanting. Okay, my house, the current house where I'm living, has been manifested because of my Buddhist chanting. So when I was looking for a house, I wanted a house in this lane. Somehow, I don't know, there's nothing fancy about this lane. It was just a matter of convenience, and everything is there. Like, you have your grocery stores, you have all your essentials here. And this building also it's nothing fancy, but I just thought it was a very secure building to stay in. And I already knew somebody who was residing in these buildings and had visited them. And when we were looking for houses, I was like, I want to live in this building. And that's the time when, this was like 6 years back, when I started practicing this Buddhism philosophy. And that was the first thing I manifested through this philosophy. So it's your technique could be anything. So my technique, which I follow to manifest things, or the way I do practice law of attraction, is through my Buddhist chanting. Also, the ISM course. So basically, Sonia is aware, and I've shared this with her, that when 2 years back, when I was struggling with what next to do in my career, and I was chanting for that, I was praying for that, and I had no idea about, like, I didn't think or didn't plan to become an image consultant. But like I said, I wanted to be in an elegant profession, not wearing sneakers and wearing heels. So that was some signal which I threw onto the to the universe, and I just saw the ISIM ad, and I just enrolled for it, and I was like, okay, this course is for me. So that's when, like, how I manifested ISM into my life. So again, also the Buddhist meditation is something which helps you to become a better person. You start becoming more compassionate towards others. You are not only thinking about yourself, but also thinking about others in your life. This is exactly what we do in our Buddhist philosophy, when we pray for others' happiness and for others' goals and dreams, and that's when we are able to manifest our dreams and our goals. So right now we are extensively praying for coronavirus to get eradicated from this world, and every day in our prayers we pray for world peace and prosperity, which is a practice which we do every day. So yeah, so there are different types of techniques which you can use, but if anybody wants to know this loving kindness meditation technique, I can again share the link with you all if anybody's interested. Okay, the next thing is trying affirmations. So basically, you need to always be in the positive, positive zone. So affirmations like, keep telling yourself that I am happy, healthy, and wealthy. I'm grateful for every experience in each moment of my life. So do not begrudge your life. Do not complain. Okay. Instead of that, just say the positive things. I'm a confident woman, a man, whatever. So basically, I'm very happy. So just try to practice these affirmations. So that's also another way of practicing or using law of attraction. Okay. The last thing is, like, how to use law of attraction in the current situation. So all of us are attacked by this virus. So basically, how we can use this in this current situation is by being grateful to your life. So we are blessed that we are alive. We are blessed that we have not been attacked by this virus. Be in love with the things which you have, your home. We are so comfortable, sitting in our home, so safe, with Wi-Fi connection, Netflix, food, water, everything. And some of us might have house help also. So some of us are like really, really having a comfortable life. So be grateful to that. Have faith. Okay, have faith in the law of attraction. Have the confidence that this law of attraction is going to eradicate coronavirus. Have that in your, like, visualize coronavirus getting like being eradicated from this world. Visualize your life after that. Don't stop. Don't press the pause button. Okay, abhi nothing is happening. It's every day the numbers are going high. What will happen? What will happen? Eliminate fear and panic. Don't keep on just because you will attract fear and panic. If you keep thinking, okay, this news channel is saying this, that media is saying that, you are just increasing the fear. Okay. Practice compassion. So when you go for groceries, don't stock up things. Be compassionate towards others. There are enough supplies, and think about others. So you can survive with basic essential, and if nothing else, and at least have dal rice. So that's like the staple food which all of us can survive on. And also, yes, use the power of affirmations such as, I'm healthy, and this is not, I'm never going to get attacked by it. So yeah, so these are things, in the current situation, you can actually start using the law of attraction. It's, I think, the best time to use this, because the world really needs all those positive vibrations. Okay, so that's all. Thank you so much.
Shilpa, that was really helpful. And what you have explained is really, really great. I will just now, we have got tons of, comments on the timeline on Facebook Live. So we have a lot of believers, by the way. So
Nice.
A
Nice.
lot of people have been following it. They are sharing that, what they have done.
Wow.
Sunita says that she's a believer. Reena is a believer. Nilofer is a
Awesome.
Shalini loved how you explained it so beautifully. Yes, so a lot of believers. That's a great thing. Anita said how she actually attracted, and she shared a story also. So that's wonderful. You may, so for everyone who can see me, you can actually just go on Facebook and start you can search for Shilpa, and you can send her a private message so she can just email you the
I
the
can email,
tools.
yeah.
Yes, and all the toolkit that she talked about, so she'll be more than happy to share it with you all.
Yeah.
And as I said, she practices it on a day-to-day life. We have some question for you, and I think this is a most important question, Shilpa,
Okay.
because this is something that all the people who are actually watching would want to know. So Reena asked, I want to use law of attraction to attract clients. How do I do that? And the minute she asked, I was like, great question. I want to know too. So yes, if you can just tell all of us some tips on how to, get more clients to attract for the business, that will be amazing.
Okay. So yeah, so basically, so this will fall under the category of where we are trying to attract a good job or a good money, because it's all interconnected, right? Because uh, ultimately clients will bring in money, right? So basically, so you need to actually focus on maybe like actually like project yourself in a way that you look your part, okay, your communication, your presence, so that you kind of convince others that you are the right person they can fall back on, become a solution provider. It could be through communication or social media or whatever. When you're talking to people, like you, Sonia, had mentioned, like, be the counselor. So this counseling thing we have to do not only now, we have to do like always, because that's our job. And also channelize, again, visualization should be the right thing, because if you focus your energy on and visualizing that, okay, I'm going to, if you have certain a database, so start sending them some like try to reach out to them and start visualizing that you already have them, as a client. And then you can also start visualizing that before after your sessions. So that's how maybe you can really manifest clients in your life, but actually visualization, I think, is a good technique among all the techniques, and also by saying that I have a lot of clients, I'm already attracting clients, affirmations, being very positive about it. Yeah, so I hope this helps.
Absolutely. I think that was wonderful inputs, and everyone is taking notes, I believe. I have one more question for you. In fact, two, but they both are, I think, similar. So Ashwin and Anita both wants to know that how do you know that you're practicing it correctly? Like, is it really working, or, is it a correct process? So how do you fix that or check that?
Okay, so there is nothing right or wrong. Like I mentioned that you need to be very patient in this. Okay, so there is no like a fixed rule, because these are all universal laws. So it's nothing like a physics or a formula or scientific as such, because this is working even if you are not aware of it. Okay, so checks you can do, yes, internally. Okay, sometimes when you are setting a goal and you get frustrated that nothing is working for me, so you need to keep going back and checking those 4 steps which I mentioned, whether I am whether I have taken those 4 steps or not. Because if one of them is lacking, that means you are going in the wrong direction. If you're doubting yourself, if you're not very clear about your goals, and if you are constantly being ungrateful, complaining, begrudging, so if one of the things which you are not following, it might again, you will not align yourself to the universe, and again, you will not receive what you're supposed to receive, and you'll not receive what you deserve. So I think those 4 steps, I think I should mail it to people, so that they can keep referring it to it and keep checking on those 4 steps. If all the 4 parameters are fulfilled, that should be it. Yeah.
Another way is that because there are a lot of people who may not be on your mailing list, so
Yeah.
you can just maybe post it on the comments once the live is over. You can just go on the Facebook live, and everyone who's watching can, see it on the comments, especially. So Shilpa, if you can just, maybe drop in those 4 steps in the comment section, I think that would be really helpful for everyone.
Okay, I'll do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And still, if somebody wants to reach out and have more, inputs from Shilpa, please feel free to, reach out to her. She is very, hands-on with all the social media channels. As I said, she's a blogger, so she's, yes, very hands-on. So you'll get a response. Ruja is saying, yes, please. So I think they all are waiting for the comments, and you should now put it in the
Ruja is
comments.
most accessible to me. So Ruja, you have to hear.
All right, one last question from Varsha. Wow. Okay. Does law of attraction work with both people and non-human economic pursuits of life? That's a very interesting question. So, do you want me to repeat it once
I didn't
again?
understand. What is non-human in the sense?
Varsha, if you are hearing me, can you just elaborate? I think she means materialistic things, or maybe something which is. So let me read it again. Does law of attraction work with both people and non-human economic pursuits? So I believe it is more to do with
materialistic, non-materialistic.
Anything that you want to maybe attract in your life. Yes, she's saying materialistic pursuits of life. That's correct.
So no, not really. Yeah, so not really. You can manifest this for basically use this for basically anything. You can use it for just manifest good food in your life, which is not materialistic, but which is a requirement. Okay, so if you're trying to lose weight and if you are manifesting that I should be able to eat healthy food, so I don't think that's materialistic. That's something which is essential for you to lose weight. Okay. Again, emotions. You can also change anger management. Somebody who's always angry, under stress, and really in a negative zone all the time. You can again use this law of attraction to be, really polish your life. Okay. So, for example, in our Buddhist chanting, when we chant, we are told that your life is like a tarnished mirror. Okay. So when you chant, you are polishing your life every day, and clearing the dirt and the muck and everything. And your life just becomes more, brighter, beautiful every single day. So you can use this for something for self-development, self-improvement, anything which you are lacking in your life. It could not necessarily be something materialistic always. Yeah.
So I think the conclusion is that it works with both people and non-people thing, anything materialistic or if you want to attract a human also or emotion also, it works on everything.
Correct.
Right? Okay, wonderful. So I hope, Varsha, you have got your answer. Shreja, she sent a big heart. So
hey, hugs to you and to everyone.
All right. And Shreja is also a believer. We have so many believers that thing. So yes. And a lot of people have joined from Latin America. All of my friends. So hi to all of you. Yes. So I think that's it. Those were all the questions. And as I said, that Shilpa will be commenting after the session is over, the 4 steps in the comments. If you still feel that you want to reach out to her and know something which is very specific and you want to know maybe some steps, how does this work or that work, you can reach out to her and DM her and she will be replying to you. So thank you, Shilpa. One
last thing. Sorry, Sonia.
Go ahead.
Basically, I think I shared with you in the class that I was always in awe with people who could speak, like TED Talk speakers and everything. And so I think I manifested this, this whole live thing, me becoming a speaker. And thanks to you for giving me this opportunity. So, so this is again a law of attraction which worked in my life, because I always had this thing about, being a speaker on some topic and, addressing some audience and some crowd, which I can't see today. But hopefully maybe in future, I will be doing that soon.
You need to see it on your phone. There are a lot of people watching you right
now.
Yeah,
sure. I will do that. I will do that. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, so that's it for today. And now And tomorrow, please don't forget to, just sign in at the same time. 7:30 p.m. We will be having these knowledge happy hours on a daily basis, learning something new, and feel free. Tomorrow's speaker is Ruja Desai. She is going to talk about copywriting for success. So do not miss this out. She's going to give you techniques, and she's going to give you a lot of hands-on tips to actually write a great copy. So do sign in tomorrow at same time, 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.